You were never told the full truth about your retinol night cream. That product sitting on your bathroom counter right now could be silently compromising your skin barrier night after night. The damage does not happen overnight. It accumulates over months and years of faithful use. The brands you trusted with your aging skin knew about these ingredient concerns and sold you false promises anyway. In 2023, the Environmental Working Group flagged multiple best-selling retinol creams with hazard scores of 6 and 7 out of 10 due to fragrance allergens and harsh retinoid forms. Stay until the end because you are about to learn exactly which brands to throw out and which safer swaps will finally protect your skin. First, let's expose the brands you should avoid. Now, moving on to the first product you should avoid, Roche-Posay Retinol Correction, Deep Wrinkle Night Cream. This so-called doctor brand has been sitting in medicine cabinets for decades, and millions of women over 40 trusted it without question. That trust was misplaced. In 2023, the Environmental Working Group assigned this cream a hazard score of 7 out of 10. That is high concern territory. The formula contains retinol palmitate, a retinoid form linked to irritation, combined with fragrance allergens, and BHT, a synthetic preservative flagged for additional concerns. Your skin after 40 is thinner, drier, and far more vulnerable to barrier damage than it was in your 20s. When you apply fragrance-heavy formulas night after night, you are not fighting wrinkles. You are inviting cumulative irritation that weakens your skin's natural defenses. The tightness you feel in the morning is not the product working. It is your skin crying out for relief. Roche-Posay built its reputation on clinical credibility, yet this flagship product tells a different story. You deserved better from a brand that positioned itself as a dermatologist favorite. Now moving on to the second product you should avoid, Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Night Moisturizer. The name promises rapid results and gentle repair, but the ingredient list reveals a formula at odds with sensitive aging skin. The Environmental Working Group gave this product a hazard score of 6 out of 10 in 2023, flagging it for retinol palmitate and fragrance allergens, the same combination that plagues so many drugstore anti-aging creams. Neutrogena marketed this moisturizer as suitable for nightly use, implying safety and gentleness. Millions of women applied it faithfully before bed, believing they were doing something good for their skin. Instead, they were exposing their faces to sensitizers that can trigger chronic low-grade irritation over time. For mature skin, this kind of repeated exposure does not just cause temporary discomfort. It can progressively weaken the skin barrier, leaving you more vulnerable to dryness, redness, and reactivity with each passing month. That stinging sensation when you apply your moisturizer is not a sign of potency. It is a warning signal you have been conditioned to ignore. Neutrogena should have formulated this product for the audience it claimed to serve. Now let us examine the third product you should avoid, Olay Regenerist Retinol 24 Night Moisturizer. Olay positioned this cream as a premium anti-aging solution, charging prices to match that promise. But what exactly were you paying for? The Environmental Working Group assigned a hazard score of 5 out of 10 in 2023, citing fragrance allergens and what they termed formulation opacity. That phrase should concern you. When a brand refuses to clarify the strength of its retinoid, you are left guessing how much active ingredient you are actually putting on your face. For aging skin, this ambiguity creates real risk. Without knowing the concentration, you cannot calibrate your usage properly. You might be underusing and wasting your money, or overusing and damaging your barrier without realizing it. Mature skin needs precision and transparency, not mystery formulas wrapped in marketing promises. You paid premium drugstore prices expecting premium results. Instead, you received a product that kept you deliberately uninformed about what you were applying to your face every single night. The fourth product you should avoid is L'Oreal Revitalift Derm Intensives Night Serum with retinol. This serum arrived on the market with bold anti-aging claims, but the user experience told a troubling story. In 2021, Allure reported significant irritation complaints among first-time retinol users who tried this product. The formula delivers potent retinol without clear buffering or guidance for aging skin. Postmenopausal skin is fundamentally different from younger skin. It is more reactive, thinner, and slower to recover from irritation. When you apply a strong retinol without proper support, the consequences can feel like punishment rather than rejuvenation. Women reported feeling burned by this serum, experiencing redness, and peeling that far exceeded normal adjustment periods. L'Oréal sold anti-aging dreams to an audience that needed careful, guided introduction to retinoids. Instead, many users felt betrayed by a product that delivered irritation rather than the youthful transformation they were promised. The stinging and flaking you experienced was not your fault. It was a formulation problem disguised as user error. Now moving on to the fifth product you should avoid, Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Night Cream. This is where the price tag becomes especially offensive. Murad charges luxury prices for this cream, creating an expectation of superior formulation and gentler ingredients. The reality does not match the premium positioning. In 2023, the Environmental Working Group assigned a hazard score of 6 out of 10, flagging the formula for fragrance and preservatives of concern. When you pay luxury prices for skincare, you should receive a formula that reduces irritation risk, not one that maintains the same sensitizing ingredients found in drugstore products. That expensive jar on your vanity contains fragrance compounds that serve no purpose except making the product smell appealing, a cosmetic choice that comes at the expense of your skin health. Many women purchase Murad believing that the higher cost guaranteed safety and sophistication. That belief created a false sense of security, while fragrance allergens accumulated on their faces night after night. Your skin deserved the protection that price tag implied. The sixth product demanding your attention is La Roche-Posay Redermic R Retinol Cream. This French pharmacy brand carries enormous credibility among skincare consumers who view it as a dermatologist-approved, science-backed choice. But credibility is not the same as suitability for every skin type. In 2020, Dermatology Advisor published warnings that Redermic R commonly causes peeling and stinging in older users. The potent retinol formula requires healthy, resilient skin to tolerate effectively. After 45, your barrier fragility makes harsh retinoids significantly riskier. The peeling you experienced was not a normal purging phase. It was your compromised barrier struggling under assault. Many consumers purchased La Roche-Posay, assuming that a pharmacy brand meant zero risk, that European heritage guaranteed superior safety standards. They applied this cream faithfully, endured the stinging, and blamed themselves when their skin reacted badly. The truth is simpler and harder to accept. This product was never designed with very dry or thinning mature skin in mind, regardless of what the anti-aging marketing suggested. Now let us address the seventh product you should avoid, StriVectin Advanced Retinol Night Moisturizer. StriVectin built its brand on the promise of clinical-grade anti-aging results, and the premium prices reflected that positioning. In 2023, the Environmental Working Group assigned this moisturizer a hazard score of 6 out of 10, raising concerns about fragrance allergens and preservatives. Fragrance is one of the top triggers for contact dermatitis in aging skin. This is established dermatological knowledge that premium brands choose to ignore. When you applied this expensive cream, you may have noticed the pleasant scent and associated it with quality. In reality, that fragrance served only marketing purposes while creating sensitization risk for your vulnerable skin. You paid hundreds of dollars over the years for irritation disguised as luxury. The creasing around your eyes, the persistent dryness, the unexplained redness. These symptoms may have had a source you never suspected. Premium anti-aging products should protect your skin, not burden it with unnecessary allergens. The 8th product you should avoid is Garnier Green Lab's Retinol Berry Cream. This product represents one of the most troubling trends in modern skincare, greenwashing that exploits consumer trust. The word green in the brand name creates an impression of safety, purity, and gentle formulation. The Environmental Working Group told a different story in 2023, assigning a hazard score of 6 out of 10 and flagging the formula for fragrance and retinol palmitate. Older consumers actively seeking safer options were drawn to this product by marketing that implied cleaner ingredients. Instead, they received many of the same sensitizing compounds found in conventional formulas, just wrapped in eco-friendly packaging and nature-inspired branding. Your instinct to find gentler products was correct. The deception came from a brand that exploited that instinct for profit. That berry-scented cream may have felt wholesome, but your aging skin absorbed the same irritation risk as any conventional drugstore retinol. Now moving on to the 9th product you should avoid, Philosophy. Help Me Retinol Night Treatment. The brand name itself creates vulnerability. Women seeking skincare salvation were drawn to a product that literally promised to help them. In 2023, the Environmental Working Group assigned a hazard score of 5 out of 10, flagging concerns about fragrance and preservatives. The formula contains multiple potential irritants in a complex blend that increases risk for reactive, aging skin. Every additional ingredient represents another opportunity for sensitization, another compound your barrier must process and tolerate. For mature skin already dealing with thinning and dryness, this complexity becomes burden rather than benefit. The playful branding may have lulled you into complacency, making the product feel friendly and approachable when the formulation demanded more caution. You applied it, trusting the name, believing that a product called Help Me would never harm you. That trust deserved a formula designed to match its promise. The 10th and final product you should avoid is Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Cream. This Japanese heritage brand carries decades of prestige and commands prices that reflect luxury positioning. Despite explicitly targeting mature skin, the formula contains fragrance, a choice that prioritizes sensory experience over skin health. In 2019, the Cosmetic Ingredient Review identified fragrance as a leading cause of contact dermatitis in cosmetics. This is not speculation or fringe science. It is established industry knowledge that Shiseido chose to ignore. When you apply fragrance to your face year after year, the exposure accumulates in ways you cannot immediately perceive. The redness that appears gradually, the sensitivity that develops over time, these consequences emerge slowly enough that you never connect them to their source. You trusted a heritage brand with your aging skin, believing that decades of expertise meant superior protection. Instead, Shiseido prioritized the pleasant scent experience over your long-term skin barrier health. Safer alternatives. Now that you know what to avoid, it's time to take back control. The following recommendations are not sponsored. They are based on independent research to help you make safer choices. If you're finding this valuable, subscribe now to stay protected. Now moving on to the first product you must try instead, the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. This affordable serum represents everything the products above should have been. It uses next-generation retinoids that deliver anti-aging benefits without the harsh irritation profile of traditional retinol. The Environmental Working Group assigned a hazard score of just 2 out of 10 in 2023, dramatically lower than every product on the avoid list. This formula works beautifully for first-time retinoid users and for mature skin that has been damaged by harsher products. The honest limitation is that results come more slowly than with prescription-strength retinoids. But for aging skin that needs gentleness above all else, this patience pays dividends in barrier health and long-term tolerance. Your skin finally gets protection that matches its needs. Now moving on to the second product you must try instead, First Press Restart Gentle Retinol Serum. This serum was formulated with reactive skin specifically in mind. The lower retinol strength reduces irritation risk, while minimal fragrance content protects sensitive users from unnecessary allergen exposure. The Environmental Working Group assigned a score of 2 out of 10 in 2023, confirming its gentler profile. Dry, reactive, and post-menopausal skin finally has a retinol option that respects barrier fragility. The honest limitation is that this serum will not dramatically improve deep wrinkles. It simply lacks the potency for that level of correction. But for maintaining skin health and providing gentle anti-aging support without the punishment, this formula delivers exactly what mature skin deserves. The third product you must try instead is Naturium Retinol Complex Serum. This serum uses encapsulated retinol technology that releases the active ingredient gradually, dramatically reducing the irritation spike that comes with traditional retinol application. Dermstore featured positive dermatology reviews in 2022, confirming its efficacy for aging skin that still wants visible results without barrier damage. The encapsulation technology represents real innovation that older formulas simply did not offer. The honest limitation is the price. This serum costs more than drugstore options. But when you compare it to the expensive products on the avoid list that delivered irritation alongside their price tags, this investment actually protects your skin while improving it. Now moving on to the fourth product you must try instead, Biossance Squalane plus Phytoretinol Serum. This serum offers the gentlest option for very sensitive or thinning skin that cannot tolerate any traditional retinoid. The plant-based retinol alternative provides anti-aging support without the irritation mechanisms that make conventional retinol so problematic for mature users. The Environmental Working Group assigned an exceptional score of 1 out of 10 in 2023, the lowest hazard rating possible. The honest limitation is that effects will be milder than traditional retinol. You will not see dramatic transformation, but you will also avoid the redness, peeling, and barrier damage that have plagued your previous attempts at retinoid use. For skin that has been burned by harsh products, this gentle approach finally offers a sustainable path forward. The fifth product you must try instead is Paula's Choice Clinical 0.3% retinol treatment. This treatment represents the gold standard for mature skin wanting controlled, transparent retinoid results. The formula is completely fragrance-free, eliminating the sensitization risk that plagues nearly every product on the avoid list. The clear percentage labeling means you know exactly what strength you are applying. No mystery formulations, no guessing games. Board certified. Dermatologists widely recommend this product for women over 40 who want reliable results without unnecessary irritation risk. The honest limitation is that even this gentle, buffered formula can cause mild peeling during the initial adjustment period. But that temporary reaction is a normal part of retinoid adaptation, not the chronic irritation caused by poorly formulated products filled with fragrance and harsh preservatives. You now possess knowledge that the beauty industry hoped you would never acquire. Every product on that avoid list was sold to you with promises of youthful transformation, while containing ingredients that work against your aging skin. The fragrance allergens, the harsh retinoid forms, the mystery concentrations. None of these serve your skin health. They serve marketing departments and profit margins. Starting tonight, examine every retinol product in your routine. Check for fragrance in the ingredient list. Look for the clear percentage labeling that transparent brands provide. Discard anything that has caused persistent stinging, tightness, or unexplained redness. Replace those products with the gentler alternatives that finally respect your barrier. Your mature skin deserves formulas designed for its actual needs, not formulas designed for 20-year-olds and repackaged with anti-aging claims. Keep learning how to protect your skin by watching another video on this channel. Subscribe so you never miss another expose that could save your skin health, stay safe, and protect your skin.